As Election Day approaches, candidates across the area are intensifying their outreach efforts, knocking on doors and talking with voters about their messages and campaign platforms. With just over a month left, the race is heating up, especially with several contested races. In a bid to inform the public, News 18 will be hosting an election forum moderated by our own Marlee Thomas on October 8th at 7 p.m. at Lafayette Jeff High School. Viewers will be able to watch it online. I have Marlee Thomas from the League of Women Voters here to preview it with us. So, hello, thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me.
So tell me, it is a forum about the county council here in Tippecanoe County.
Correct. Yes, there are 3 open at-large county council seats, and we have 9 people that are competing for those seats, 3 Republicans, 3 Libertarians, and 3 Democrats.
So that's going to be an interesting race then, with 3 openings and 9 people wanting it, right?
Right, it'll be competitive.
So what's some of the topics that you feel are important?
Well, the county council is primarily responsible for the county budget and for the allocation of funds. So the focus of the questions are going to be, you know, budgeting issues, concerns, priorities, challenges. But we also want to make sure that we give the candidates time to talk about themselves and to, you know, let the community know what their views are on maybe some of the local topics of interest.
Why do you think a forum like this is so important for the public?
Well, I think that especially for local races, you know, there's so much focus in the national media.
That is true.
And so for locally, sometimes it can be kind of hard to know the candidates, and I appreciate what WLFI does with the focus on it. But it really,
that's our job, you know,
yeah,
as a news station, to inform the public and let them know who
Right.
our elected officials are, or who will be.
For sure, for sure. But this gives the viewer a chance to see the candidates, you know, all on a stage, be able to see how they respond, how they interact with each other, a chance for them to kind of compare and contrast, you know, their views and how they represent themselves. And yeah, so as the voter goes into the voting booth, they can make a more informed decision and to pick the candidate that best represents their views, their values, and who they think that is going to do the best job.
Well, and it's important of all ages. I know you have a student as one of the moderators.
Oh, sure, right. We have a very impressive student from Lafayette Jeff. Their name is Basil Alstead, and I can't tell you, she is just involved in so many activities. Involved in Lafayette Radio. She's announcer at Loeb Stadium for some of the sporting events. On top of all of that, Basil also speaks 3 languages.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, I can barely speak one.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm kidding. It's true.
Yeah, she's very, very impressive.
So not all the candidates are going to be there, just 6 out of the 9.
Yes.
So, I mean, what happened to the other 3? They just decided that they didn't want to participate? Or?
All candidates of course, were invited, but that is up to the candidate themselves, what they want to do.
Maybe it's not a comfort level for them.
Correct, or maybe they don't see this as the best way to get out their message. I don't want to speak for the candidates.
Well, of course, and the League of Women Voters is such a great organization,
too. Yeah, it's a nonpartisan organization. I joined because, 1, that it is nonpartisan, and 2, that they focus on things that I really care about, which is getting people to vote.
Getting people to vote.
And having informed voters. So I encourage people, starting October 1st, the website will be live, but to go to vote411.org, and there'll be lots of information available to them.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thank you for having me.